Greetings to our Washington Township community. This is your proud Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Woodson, with a Spring 2017 State of Our Schools update. Specific to this presentation, I plan to update the community on the use of our referendum funds to support the future of our community. We are proud to be governed by the Washington Township Board of Education. Featured here, you are welcome to contact them as well as attend school board meetings and review items and focus areas that they are working on through their Board of Education work on our district website. We want to start with celebrating our students and staff across the entire district from 2016, and we'll start with our district-wide celebrations. You can see here that we continue to salute and celebrate many wonderful aspects that make Washington Township a great place to learn for our students and families. We want to give a special thank you to our Advancement Center for Washington Township Schools, who continues to support teaching, learning, and innovation in our classrooms. In 2016 alone, they gave over $177,000 back to our classrooms and schools. Also in 2016, we had many academic celebrations. As you can see, we had math, reading, and graduation rate achievements across the entire district. We know that these academic achievements are not possible without an amazing staff team as well as a supportive family and community in Washington Township. Our amazing staff is well decorated, as you can see here. The achievements and awards of excellence for our staff are from 2016 from this list. We appreciate the entire staff for going above and beyond every day to make teaching and learning a focus in all classrooms, in all schools. Our students also have a great deal to be proud of from the 2016 year. You can see here a list of accomplishments that our students had at the state level, and we're very, very proud of them. I would like to highlight, however, our North Central graduates. Graduating in 2016, we gave almost 800 diplomas. Amongst that graduating class, they earned more than $25 million in scholarships for college and university. Also, we had 16 National Merit Commended students, 42 Advanced Placement Scholars, and 30 International Baccalaureate Diploma students. We also had one Indiana Academic All-Star and one Presidential Scholar amongst that very high-achieving group. We certainly wanted to take a moment to celebrate all the accomplishments in the school district, but we also know we have some areas that we need continuous focus improvement on. This is a graphic that shows our continuous improvement process. It starts out with a big district strategic plan. This strategic plan looks at all divisions and areas of the school district and focuses on areas that we need to improve. Then each school has a school-based improvement plan that is individualized based on that school's needed improvement areas. Both of those plans go through a constant, continuous quality assurance process where progress updates are given formally to the school board as well as myself, the superintendent, each semester. All of those plans should point to increased student achievement, as that is our ultimate goal. We welcome you to review your school's improvement plan on your school's website, as well as the district strategic plan on the district website. Our district strategic plan certainly had master facility planning as well as staffing considerations to support the future of our school district. As you can see, it is a multi-year strategic plan, and the areas we plan to share with you next all point and focus supports on these areas. We can't go into the future of our schools without first stopping to pause and give appreciation to our community. On November 8th, the community gave overwhelming support to the future of Washington Township schools with the passage of an operating referendum and a construction referendum. This accomplishment could not have been achieved without a tremendous leadership team. Featured here in this picture, you can see the community-based campaign team with hundreds of volunteers and supporters. The leaders of this wonderful group and campaign we want to specifically mention were Mrs. Greaser, Mrs. Kaiser, and Mrs. Lozier. We appreciate this team as well as their leadership for this huge accomplishment that will impact the district for decades to come. The first passage of the referenda was the operating referendum, which will support staff. The community supported an annual amount of $6.5 million, which will primarily support staff as well as some student support programs. As you can see, this support will go from now through 2024. How does the $6.5 million break down? $4 million of it will be able to maintain our current staff as we were continuing with a $4 million annual operating referendum. The additional $2.5 million will be broken down with $2 million of it staffing hiring needs for our 8th elementary school. Obviously, we will need some construction time to get that 8th elementary school open, and we will not wait to hire those support staff because the overcrowding of our schools certainly needs some additional supports. So we will begin hiring those additional supports starting with the 2017-18 school year, putting those supports in our currently 7 opened elementary schools to relieve some of the pressures of overcrowding. Additionally, we will be able to hire about $500,000 of additional support staff to support specific staff needs that were uncovered and shared with us through our staff input process and community input process during this past year. Next up is our construction referendum that the community supported. This referendum will give the district $185 million to support badly needed renovations in all of our schools, as well as the construction of new schools. As you can see, this construction timeline will run from now through 2023. This did not come about overnight. We have been working for years on master facility planning leading up to the needs that we have been sharing with the community during this past year. This work was done by a community-based master facility committee, as well as numerous opportunities for the entire community over the past 2 years to lend their input and feedback. This led to thousands of individual stakeholders giving their feedback in outreach meetings or online surveys. Throughout this master facility planning process over the past few years, we certainly discovered many facility issues that are highlighted on the left side of your screen. We certainly shared those facility concerns with our community, which led to the overwhelming support of the solutions that we will be able to now implement that you see on the right side of your screen with the $185 million construction referendum. All of our construction areas have 4 focus areas that came out of the master facility planning. One area is capacity and educational effectiveness. Another focus area is safety, security, and code compliance. A third focus area is a healthy learning environment, and a fourth focus area is technology. So what will each level get? As you can see here, this is the proposed scope of how the $185 million will be used per level for the elementary schools, middle schools, and our high school. Details of this will unfold as we begin our intimate and detailed planning process with professional partners in the upcoming years, but this will give you a general overview of what is expected at each level for the use of the $185 million. Additionally, with the construction referendum, we will be able to construct 2 brand new elementary schools. Currently at our Wyandotte and Harcourt sites, we have two closed facilities that are in very, very bad condition. Based on our assessments over the past 2 years of these facilities, we realize that it is fiscally responsible to demolish those schools and do brand new construction. The new construction will occur on both sites. The Wyandotte will be a transition of student population of John Strange students attending that brand new elementary school on that site when it is opened. And on the east side of the school district, I'm sorry, the west side of the school district, Harcourt Elementary will be the opening of our 8th elementary school. John Strange Elementary School will have renovations, and it will allow us to put additional educational services in that facility. We know that we need preschool service space, so that is a very viable opportunity for us to expand our preschool services within the John Strange facility once the new elementary school at the Wyandotte property is opened. Coming in the next few months, we do have plans to share with the community the different details specific to your school location. This is an elementary example showing a map which will detail where the renovations will occur, and you can see those familiar blue-headed categories along the left side, which will be a theme for all renovations. So we will be able to detail out over the next several years as we work through a timeline of the renovations and constructions for every single school, being able to share something like what you see here with each elementary school community. Additionally, we will have renovation information for all 3 middle schools that will look very similar. It will show the middle school, where renovations will occur, along with details for each of those 4 focus areas of what will occur throughout the renovation. The same for our high school renovation. As these plans are released over the next few years, we will make them readily available to the public. Obviously, this will take some extensive planning and background work with our professional partners before we can release full details, but please know that details and plans like you see here will be forthcoming. We certainly want you to stay connected. There's big work ahead for the school district that's going to impact generations to come. You can best stay connected through our master facility planning link on our district webpage. This will be updated as we have further information to release. You can see here that we'll have more construction timeline details to come, specific details on your school's improvement, information about the 2 new elementary schools, and certainly ongoing opportunities for the community to give feedback. I'd like to leave you today with the first opportunity for the community to give feedback. This feedback will be on 2 areas. One, we want the community's feedback on school hours, as well as rebalancing of our enrollments. Obviously, opening an 8th elementary school, we will have to rebalance the current opened 7 elementary schools populations, and we would love to have some input from you as we begin this very lengthy planning process. The rebalancing process will take us 18 to 24 months. These are the first steps for input on a very, very important process, and we certainly hope that you take time to give us your input. This survey will be up throughout the summer, from now through the summer break, so we encourage you to share this with your neighbors, other families, anyone else in the community that you think would like to have input on these very 2 important topics. I want to pause and say thank you for your attention to this very important update to our community. I remain accessible to you as superintendent, as well as any administrator and staff member. If you have any further questions, we want to make sure to get those answered. Again, I encourage you to stay tuned to our website for the most up-to-date information, and we hope that you have a wonderful spring and an enjoyable summer, and we hope to come back to you with more details regarding our referendum updates towards the start of back to school.